Hi everyone, welcome to your July tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. I have two quick announcements. The first about my schedule, and then the second about my services and changes to my channel, okay? First of all, if you're interested in booking a private reading, I'm only going to be available the first couple of weeks of July, sort of piggybacking from June, okay? I'm moving to Europe, and I'm going to need a couple weeks to travel there, get settled, find a place, an apartment, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to be, my mind's not going to be in the proper place to be doing private readings. So I'll keep my website up, but if you book, at the last part of July, I'm probably not going to deliver your reading until August. So I just wanted to let you know that as well. Changes to my services, okay? I'm officially undergoing, learning astrology. I'm beginning. I would never call myself an astrologer at this point in time, and I've said that many, many times. But I am going to start offering software generated reports alongside your tarot card reading. So if it's your birthday and you want your birthday solar return snapshot, I'll be able to offer that for you. If you want, your next 3-6 months or a year-long transit report, types of things that you can expect, progressing reports, all those types of things. Again, it's not my interpretation, it will be computer generated, but it will be an add-on to your tarot card readings if that's something that you guys want. As far as astrocartography, I'm going to be offering a little bit of a service since I am learning and really delving into that realm of astrology. I will be offering some analysis for that as well within the next couple of weeks. You'll be able to book that on my website. It'll be very basic, very simple. It will be very cost effective because, again, I'm not a professional yet, so I'm still learning, so you'll kind of need to bear with me and just deal with the fact that I might take, a more simplistic approach to it and just kind of do some pinpoints and some bullet points for you and that kind of thing. My channel is going to expand and begin to incorporate more astrology as well, because it is truly a passion of mine. Not so much talking about transits and what this full moon means. I think we all kind of have, if you like that kind of thing, you probably have an astrologer that you like already. So I don't want to try to piggyback on anyone else. I kind of want to take a little bit of a different road with it and offer something unique and something very different and something that I hope provides value. But that will come in time as I study and as I grow and as I learn. It will come in time. But I just want to let you know that my channel will be changing. I will likely change the name of my channel as well. And when I feel comfortable, then I will begin to offer private or personalized astrological readings for you, okay? But in the meantime, thanks for listening. Enjoy your July reading. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello Virgo, how are you? Welcome to your July 2017 tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. Let's go ahead and just dive right in because I've already been preparing the deck for you. So, actually that one seems to want to come out. Okay. The Ace of Coins. Some of you may be having things happen, or things may be coming to fruition, or creating these things for yourself as well. Ace of Coins is a really beautiful message of actualization and things becoming real, especially in love. An offer being made that can be something real. If you're in a relationship, this is a really great sign for maybe things happening or planting a new seed or going in a new direction, likely a new direction together. If you're totally single, I think the universe has something in store for you, okay? It may or may not be like the one, if you're totally single, but it could be something that feeds you something that comes into your life for some type of purpose, okay? It's not just something that's going to be, in and out. There will be, the only word that's coming to my mind is something. There will be something, big or small. It's going to vary for all of you. getting in the way is the Ten of Cups. Maybe your expectations getting a little too high. Maybe attachment as well. Virgo can attach very easily, you know, when they feel safe. And sometimes that attachment can come a little bit too quickly, you know, and the expectations can be very, very high from Virgo. Expectations of themselves. You guys, you know, I'm a Virgo too, I feel you. Expectations of yourself and expectations of others, because you expect that what you put in, the other person should put in as well. And if they don't, then, you know, you get your feelings hurt and you get judgmental, and, you know, it just is what it is. So just be cognizant of what it is you're expecting of other people. Be cognizant and be aware that, you know, Ace is number 1, 10 is number 10. And that's a big gap, right? So when the universe gives you a handout, you don't need to jump to number 10, right? The next number is 2. So just go from 1 to 2. You don't need to go from 1 to 10, okay? Because this will get you into trouble and it will set you up for disappointment. One day at a time, one thing at a time, one process at a time, you know, just allow things to grow naturally. I mean, when you look at how beautiful this garden is in this card, you know, it didn't grow, what's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay? It takes many, many years. It takes time to get to the 10 of Cups. Enjoy that process of growth. The 3 of Wands. I see this as waiting. Virgo, maybe you've been waiting for something or someone. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to get their act together and notice you. Or maybe you've been, you know, waiting for a sign that you're free to move on, or a sign that you're free to change, or, you know, you are waiting for some communication, or maybe you already received some communication of some kind, right? Something's come in, or something may come in shortly. And now it's like, okay, well, what's the nature of this? What do I do with this? Now that I have a token, and I see the Ace of Coins as being a token, right? The universe, almost like a consolation prize, like, thanks for playing, here's your token. And now you're like, well, now what? What am I supposed to do with this? I often see the 3 of Wands as waiting, okay? Waiting for things. But also examination, okay? And looking out over the new horizons and the new unexplored territory, and asking yourself how you get from point A to point B, and looking for an avenue to get there. It is a wand, it is fire, so it is action-oriented. So it's not like you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. There is at least thought, and there could be even at least expression of desire as well. Expressing or, you know, setting intentions, that type of thing with the universe. 6 of Swords. You're coming from a journey. You're coming from a transitionary state, okay? 6 of Swords is heavy, I think. And it's funny, I was just talking about this in the Leo reading as well. I pulled this card out too. And I'll say the same thing to you as I said to them, okay? This is a card of, you know, the sirens. And the sirens are ultimately have a terrible outcome, right, if you succumb to the songs of the siren. But the songs themselves and the sirens themselves are, you know, messages of comfort and messages of, you know, I said to them, to Leo, I said, you know, it's like the starving sailors and the sirens are putting a peach cobbler right in front of them, you know. And I think somehow some of you have resisted temptations to revert backwards. Luckily, I think a lot of you have learned the, if you will, karmic lessons that you were meant to learn over the past geez, I don't know, like 6, 7 months, maybe a year, 2 years even for some of you. You know, these lessons, quote unquote, that force you into becoming something that you are meant to become, right? Your soul's journey, if you will. Spiritual evolution is what I say about the Six of Swords, and it's really hard because it does break down and deconstruct the past structures of our lives and the expectations, right? And you have this set of expectations maybe crossing you, and I think they're still there and they're still present, but at the end of the day, you've come so far that at this point with the Ace of Coins, it's like, I'll take anything, you know, not from a point of desperation, but just as a point of having the opportunity to start something new. You know, like, I'll take whatever the universe needs for me, and I'll do whatever it takes to get me to the 10 of Cups. If that takes me 10 years, I will do that, as long as it is something that provides purpose and provides meaning in my life. Now, I will tell you, let me just, before I pull out more cards, so far I've done 2 readings only, Cancer and Leo. But I have a feeling that this month's reading for every sign is going to be much more spiritual in nature as opposed to more romantic in nature, because a lot of the energy, and I think even last month, it was all about retraction and this hermit mode. But the hermit mode isn't just like to retract and not talk to people and not engage or whatever. It's a process. And I think this month's reading is a reflection of that process and how hard it really is. And your reaction, your, you know, engagement with others, while of course you can't just completely sit in your room for 3 months and just not do anything, it will be very focused on the evolution of your soul more than anything, okay? Seeing Hero of Coins, and that's you, Virgo. See, you're fighting, you're battling this demon, the spirit of death. This is a card of Hercules battling the spirit of death. His demon, okay? I don't know why I'm getting like a weird story. I don't even know. I'm not a historian. I don't know about Greek mythology, Roman mythology, but Hercules was an immortal, right? He was immortal. And so here he is fighting death. There is no fear, because death has no power over him. And somehow, I think so. I think that was the case. And I think you are moving and transitioning into a place of more fearlessness, okay? In love, right? In life, where you've already kind of moved past the hard part, I think. But your fearlessness is going to serve you very, very well, because your self-respect, your self-love, your sense of self-worth, I think have taken a little bit of have received a little bit of a boost. If you're not feeling it, I think there's going to come a time when you're going to need to tap into that fearlessness of yours, and where you're not going to be afraid to express yourself and say the things you need to say and tell your partner, or to address or have some form of confrontation that is uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, it's not really a threat. Like how death is not a threat to Hercules, your issues and your problems in your relationship, they become non-threatening. And you are able to attack them and take care of them as needed. Okay, if you are in a relationship, I think attacking your problems with your partner, it's not going to be a threat to the relationship, where I don't think that you're going to be breaking up. If you're single and you don't have a relationship, okay, this is you tackling issues of your own self-love and saying, what have I got to lose? Because at this point, you don't have anything to lose. So you might as well just be happy and just deal with what you need to deal with and heal those wounds that need to be healed. Because here, you've already passed the test, okay? And there's no need for you to be fearful of taking that next step in that new journey. You're already there. You could be waiting for, an opening or waiting for a sign, but ultimately it's going to be up to you to really literally tackle those issues, okay? And the sun, so beautiful, so peaceful, so calm, so restful. These are entirely opposite energies here. Actually, all these are opposite of this, okay? I know you need a break. I know you want everything to be wonderful. Look, 10 of Cups crossing you, those ideals. And I think you're getting there. I really do. But it's a space that you must create for yourself. If you are, in fact, moving into a more confrontational place with your partner, or even a confrontation with yourself, okay, a dark place within yourself that you've been avoiding, you have nothing to lose. The only thing at stake is your overall peace and tranquility, okay? So you might as well delve in and begin that battle. And I'm using the word battle. I don't expect you to walk into your living room and start attacking your significant other. That's not what I mean, okay? But, like saying we need to really fix this. And I'm not about to move on until this issue is resolved. Okay, and Virgo, if you're single and you've got stuff going on in your own heart, in your own mind, and you haven't had new love come into your life, and you're asking yourself why, okay, you're asking yourself where is this supposed to come from, and dating has been hard, and I keep getting disappointed, that's a reflection of what's going on inside of you, okay? So it's time for you to really address your adversary, because it is only until you address your adversary that you will find the sunshine. Okay, you must lean into the darkness, if you will, in order to see the light. Okay, because there cannot be one without the other. And the Wheel of Fate, the threads of fate, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, luck, Jupiter. This is the card of Jupiter. Okay. I see it as the card of Jupiter. I don't know if it really is. That's how I see it. I see it as expansion and the way things are supposed to be. And it's in the upright position, meaning that in spite of the difficult things, it's exactly the way it was supposed to happen. And it couldn't have been any other way. Okay, as annoying as that is, it couldn't have been any other way. It had to be this way. And the threads of fate, Lady Fate here, Lady Fortune, she's got you on a thread like a puppet. And she is, in fact, manipulating you and ensuring that things that are supposed to come into place will come into place. The universe is working in your favor. The universe is always on your side, okay? It never abandons you in spite of the fact that you feel like you are fighting alone. The Ace of Coins does not come necessarily from you always. It comes as if from nowhere, right? In the other traditional deck, it's like a hand from a cloud handing you a coin. That's a reward, like I said, a token of some kind. And the Enchantress of Swords. This is someone around you. So this could be your partner. See, the sword is even, and I know this is, just the symbol, but the sword is even pointing here. You two are very different. Okay, this is an air sign. It's the card of Libra, but it could be Gemini or Aquarius as well. And in terms of a match and compatibility, Earth and Air have a very interesting dynamic. You are fundamentally very different. Fundamentally, you do approach problems, differently. This from a more intellectual standpoint, Earth from a more practical standpoint, okay? And it seems to be that your partner or whoever this Enchantress of Swords is or represents they are feeling very out of sorts right now. They're going through their own journey. We're all going through our own thing, okay? If this is your person of interest here, they are in effect not listening to the truth, right? This could get a little bit aggressive if you are in a relationship and you are trying to get your partner to see your point of view. It is likely at this time that they might not really be that receptive, that not too open-minded, or like actually more closed-minded and not very willing to bend. Okay, this is a masculine energy. I think this particular card, it would represent someone that would rather just move on and not address it, as opposed to what you want to do, which is to tackle it, okay? So just FYI, if you are trying to communicate with your partner, like I said, you don't really have anything to lose, but it could actually cause a little bit more tension. So be careful of how you are, quote unquote, attacking the problem, okay? This is not someone who is the most receptive to change, not the most receptive to revision at this time. Now, you may be the one that lays something out on the table. Virgo's a non-confrontational sign. So is Libra, okay? And this is the energy of Libra. And right now, your Libra-like energy, your Libra-like person is not at a place to make decisions or to make anything final, right? This is the hemming and hawing and not being very objective Libra-like energy, okay? So just be careful and be cognizant. You can't force this person into doing anything. And just know that the energy will shift and it will change. This person's not going to be reversed forever. There is deep passion here, okay? But right now they may appear very indifferent and also very cold, and also like they really aren't thinking about you, or they really aren't caring about you. They have their back turned on you, and that may frustrate you even more, but it's not the case, okay? The sword is still pointing back to you. It just appears that way temporarily. Remember the threads of fate? It's all working together. So if you are trying to get an outcome from this person and they just are not giving it to you, remember you don't have anything to lose here. And it may be a reflection, and it may be you needing to tackle something within yourself. Okay, this is all very much like individual soul journey. Remember, they have their own journey as well. It's not just like all about you. They're going through something as well, okay? Stubbornness, a little bit of narcissism as well. Be cognizant of victimizing yourself and playing the victim in this particular scenario, okay? I think you may be afraid of their narcissism. We all have a little bit of that, you know, in our self-preservation, okay? Hanging on to ideas, hanging on to things, not saying things, not expressing. This is kind of an opposite card. I feel like this would be a lot of expression, and this would be hanging on. So you may be having an inner battle yourself. Do I say something? Do I not say something? Do I tell them this is bugging me, or do I just maintain the peace? Well, I think each of you is going to have to feel that out on your own, because like I said, this is not the most receptive person right now. If something is bothering you, you might need to really just ask yourself why and tackle that on the inside level as opposed to on the outside level. Because this person will not engage with you. They won't give you that desired result. Like I said, the expectations are crossing you. I know you want everything to be rainbows and, you know, cups flying in the sky, but at the end of the day, you're kind of at the mercy of someone else. And the Chariot, okay? So this is kind of an interesting card. It's the card of Cancer. And when you think of Cancer being represented with the symbol of the crab, you know, hard shell on the outside, soft, gooey on the inside. And you may need to be projecting an image of strength on the outside. Virgo, you're not like, I don't see myself usually as being like the card, you know, the Hercules, okay? So you may be a little bit out of your normal or more natural peaceful state, okay? And you may be putting on an extra hard shell. Virgo has a hard enough shell as well on its own, but you may be having an extra hard shell right now out of self-preservation. Virgos are very intuitive, okay? There are a lot of Virgo tarot card readers. You're going to need to feel out your partner on your own. Each of you is going to have your own kind of story, your own kind of vibe there, okay? If you are merely interested in someone, okay, and this is someone that just is your apple of your eye, and if the dating's not going well or they're not really paying attention to you, like, they're not. Don't worry. They're still there. It doesn't mean that there's no hope, all right? You need to stay strong. You do need to remain tough, okay? There's no need to get all, I'm sorry, I'm going to use this phrase, get all butthurt about it. Everyone's got to need to be tough right now. The Chariot very much represents our private worlds, right? Those deep emotions that we don't necessarily allow others to see and others to feel. And there is a lot of depth to us right now. And judgment. You need to practice good judgment. You'll need to accept the truth when you feel enlightened by the truth, okay? Judgment is a card of awakening or enlightenment and rebirth, if you will. And it's kind of what needs to happen. This is number 20, right before the world comes into play, right? You're going to need to find and associate understanding to kind of what you've been through in order to earn that rite of passage into the new chapter. And I think that's coming for you, where purpose of what you've gone through, purpose of what you've left behind will become clear, okay? I don't know what it is, this human desire for having purpose, but we do, okay? We do. 10 of Wands. It's a card of hard work. You've had a lot of work in the past. 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, fire qualities here. You do have a lot of fire or action oriented. You have been putting in a lot of hard work. You have been paying your dues, if you will. And I think you're coming to that point where you're like, okay, universe, enough. I need a break. I need change. I need something to be easier, okay? And may or may not become easier, all right? I think it might get a little bit tough before it becomes easier, but, you know, 10 of Wands is a lot of work, okay? And you've got the number 10 here as well. It's not for nothing. It's not for nothing. And the Enchantress of Wands, certainly the same person, okay? With connection with the red. All right, the red I love in this deck. I'll say it over and over again. I don't know why. I'm more naturally drawn to blues and greens, but with this deck, it is the reds that just like, oh, I love, okay? And this person may have caused you strife in the past, and maybe your lessons were in relation to this person. Maybe this person really brought out a side of you that, you know, maybe this is like a twin flame type of connection for some of you. And whether or not you've actually had a relationship with this person, they have pushed you, they have molded you, they have forced you to become a version of yourself that you never expected to become. And, you know, now you're like, I don't know what's going on exactly, but their presence is here. Their presence is here. They are around you, whether or not they are involved in your life. I think for some of you, they have been your demon, okay? They have been that presence that you just can't seem to shake. You can't seem to win. You can't seem to lose. And therefore, it's almost as though some of you have begun living your life becoming the type of person that you thought they would want, But in so doing, you become the person that you want to be. This person may be falling by the wayside for some of you, okay? If this isn't someone that you're in a relationship with, their presence was very important in shaping who you are. But you may become tired of hanging on to them. If you're in a relationship, some of you may be tired of trying to live up to another's expectations, okay? Expectations is something big here with the Ten of Cups there. The Lovers, okay? Choice, this is a card of choice. With this deck, I do read this in a more romantic capacity, okay? It does speak to me in terms of chemistry and the twin flame, like I said, the twin flame connection. I don't see it so much as soulmates, okay? Because I don't see peace with the Lovers. I see that like, that relationship that really pushes you, really challenges you, that does force you to look at your dark side. Not to be so dark and like dank about it, but you know, we all have that. And we all have the lessons that we're meant to live here on earth. And I think this person is kind of someone that brings out some of those darker parts of you. And Justice, card of Libra. So we definitely have a Libra-like presence here, all right? You are hoping, and this is the card of Aries, okay? Card of Aries, card of Libra, fire and air. Hoping for things to be balanced, hoping to get what you deserve. If you're single and this person is someone that you just like couldn't have, I know that your mind is like, okay, universe, I am no longer accepting a relationship that I cannot have in spite of what I feel about this person. I want, I need, and I demand a real love. I demand, there's demands happening here. This is aggressive, okay? You're demanding things from the universe now, and the universe is like, oh, okay, I better catch up. I better make this happen for this person because they're demanding things of me now, and their expectations are very, very high. And okay, I need to make this work for them, okay? So a lot of intensity, a lot. And you've paid your dues, Virgo. You've done the work. That's what you're best at, right? Doing the work. So you've done the work. You've laid the groundwork. It's time for you to reap the benefits of those things, of that effort. And the universe will be fair to you. It is working in your favor. High Priestess reverse. See, so much red. And I think you are seeing, I don't know why, these often come out together, okay? These two together, because I see them both as prophetess, and these two because of the passion, okay? High Priestess reversed. You have no idea what is going on in this person's mind. Your intuition is lost, okay? Your intuition is not like on point, you know? You're not trusting it, let's say that. I think it's speaking to you, it is speaking truth to you, judgment, but it is not clear and you are not picking up on it. You could be very, very distracted by chemistry. You could be very distracted by heat, by tension, very distracted by even feelings of hate and resentment, because some of you could like, it's like the love-hate, hate to love, love to hate type of thing, tension right now. Temporary, not forever, it's just July, okay? But you could be really plagued by that, and therefore it's like, oh, I don't even know how to feel. I don't even know how to tune into this person because I just like, I'm so distracted by the intensity of the connection that I feel. And the Emperor, another card of Aries coming out. This is a card of control. I think your partner, your significant other, or person of interest is very cut off right now, very much brick walling you, and I think it's driving you crazy, okay? Brick walling you, back turned, but they are still present. Like I said, they are in your periphery. They are around you. They're not going anywhere. and they're just in their own world and they're not expressing themselves. They're not even kind of, maybe some of them aren't even interested in what you have to say. They're not interested in talking to you right now, putting you in a little bit of like a drought or a little bit of a cold spell, if you will. Almost taking on, and maybe you perceive them as being heartless as well. Not the most friendly environment here, to be honest with you. Maybe even power struggles, okay, with Hercules or the Hero of Coins, the Lovers, this. There's definitely a power struggle going on. And the Eight of Cups reversed. Look, no one's moved on here. No one has like left you behind. No one has forgotten you. No one has officially moved on, moved away. So if you are hanging on to someone, okay, I don't think that story is entirely over. Even if that person's really not that good for you. And the Five of Wands. This is the card of overcoming your obstacles, I believe. Overcoming the little games that have been played. Overcoming the manipulation and the competition and whatever. You know, this is an overall outcome card. Even though your tensions may be quite high right now and you may be very much on edge, your partner may be very much on edge, I think it's good. Okay, Five of Wands is reversed, is a good sign. Devotee of Swords, another, it's like the Page of Swords. Look, this is a card, and I read it differently than the Page of Swords in the other deck, all right? This is a card of training. This is a Roman gladiator being trained to fight, okay? And training and skill and refinement of skill and execution of innate talent, all right? And knowledge and learning and all sorts of things. You are, in effect, a student of your own life, preparing for the battles of life, all right? You're in student mode right now. That's what I think this really was about. It was learning the lessons, like sitting in your third grade class, learning how to, I don't know what you learn in third grade, like fractions or whatever it is. It's like that, but in more practical sense. Education, but not book education, but real life, street smarts education. Strength, no doubt. My goodness, no doubt. Strength, Ten of Wands. Like, you've had to be strong. You've had to be patient. You've had to persevere and have willpower. It is not going unnoticed. Remember, Wheel of Fate, Threads of Fate, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, okay? The universe has its eye on you. It's paying attention to you. It is recognizing and acknowledging your demands. I almost see this as you beckoning to the universe and like commanding the universe to do something because it is fair. Like, you're putting your foot down, Virgo. Yes, the wheel, you've earned that rite of passage. What was I saying? We pulled out Judgment. I was like, the next card is the World. And here we have the World here. You've earned the rite of passage. It's in the past, meaning you've already been there. The thing with the garden, though, the Wheel of Fortune is it's not like, it's a perceivable shift. You can feel it, but you still don't know, right? And I think there are still a lot of questions, especially in your love life, especially with your partner. There is a lot, and you're not in tune with them. You're not understanding them. They are behaving quite peculiarly. They are behaving peculiar. Is that an adjective? They are behaving strangely, let's say that. And they are not really giving you a lot to work with. Therefore, you're having to just deal with your insecurities on your own. And you're just kind of in this like darkness. But again, another symbol of faith. You may be in the moonlight, but there's still an angel and still a guardian right there above you. You just got to pay attention. You know, you just got to have faith. And the Two of Swords. See, I don't think that any of you are making definitive decisions to break up, move on, get a divorce, or anything like that. I don't think that there's anything definitive. I think that there's a slight denial of truth, okay? A slight denial of truth, and a slight rejection of responsibility. Just a little bit, not a lot, okay? Because I think that you're making decisions based on the behavior and the actions of another person, but because they're being unclear, it's making it difficult for you to make decisions and for you to really, you know, do what you need to do. And that's fine. It's temporary, like I said before. And the Nine of Cups. See, you're taking on this air of pride right now. Nine of Cups. Like, you're willing to fight, no doubt about it. And you're doing that on your own anyway. You're doing it, okay? But when it comes to this other person, it's almost as though you're like, okay, I obviously cannot get through to you. I obviously cannot, like, communicate with you right now. And as much as I want to fix the problem and as, you know, confrontational as you are, there is this, like, but you're going to have to come to me. You are going to have to do what I need you to do because I can't do it anymore. I've been doing it. I've already done it. That's what got me here. That's what got us here. And I accept you as a person. I accept you as a different person. I accept you as an individual with your own journey and your own issues and your own whatever. But if we're going to do this together, then we need to do it together. And because I've been the one putting in so much work, you need to meet me in the middle. And now you're just waiting. See, waiting. Three of Wands. You're waiting for something to come to you so that you feel safe and secure to move forward. And the Star. Oh my God, I love this card so much. I get so excited when it comes out because it's just so pretty. And her nose kind of looks like mine. She's like surrounded by guardians, surrounded by stars, surrounded by guidance, okay? All you have to do is just keep going. The universe has you by the hand. It's, you know, it's kind of like Cinderella or one of those Disney movies where it's always the birds, like the birds and the squirrels take the princess by the dress and like pull them in the right direction. That's what's happening, all right? And this is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of optimism. It's a card of, you know, a dream-like state, but it's also a card of individualization, all right? Let's not forget that the Star is associated with the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, which is eccentric, it's artistic, it's creative, it's a little bit weird, right? Let's be honest, Aquarians can be pretty strange, okay? And they are definitely in their own world. This is an air sign. You're dealing with an air quality. They may be acting a little bit weird. They may be acting pretty strange. And that is maybe your battle in recognizing that they are different. Got a little friend here, a little ant. Okay, Two of Coins. Being authentic and true to yourself. Who's got time and energy to pretend anymore? Like, let's just be real. Let's put down our weapons. Let's just be real with each other, okay? And I think decisions will come, okay, in the next few months, but not right now. You will still be in a little bit of a limbo, I believe, but you'll get past it. And the Artisan of Cups. That's an interesting card to pull out. It's the card of Pisces. Okay. I don't know if this is you or them, someone new, okay? It could be someone new coming in for you, Virgo, if you're single. You may be leaving this fire or air sign behind and accepting someone that offers more emotional security and someone that doesn't challenge you so much. Like this, I think, would be more easy, right? Someone that doesn't have a lot of, maybe this is your Ace of Coins, right? But someone that doesn't have a lot of complexity. Someone more simple, more straightforward, someone that doesn't require so much work. The problem with this person, though, might be their dreaminess, okay? Might be their elusiveness as well. Appreciation of the finer things in life is great, but if that's all that is to them, you need to be careful of their, hedonistic tendencies, doing things for pleasure only, but pleasure for pleasure's sake, but not with real purpose. They could be a little bit directionless as well. But at the end of the day, I think this would be someone that offers you more emotional security. So if you are hoping and looking for someone new, it's very possible that someone may come in spite of the battle that you may be having with someone that you maybe even never had a real relationship with, or you had a very difficult relationship with. Likely this person is still in your life, but you may be introduced to a different way. Maybe it doesn't have to be so hard all the time, yeah. But I think this would be a really good, even if this is just a friend, someone that just helps you to lighten up, just relax, it's okay. Let's go grab a drink, let's go to see a show, let's do something a little bit out of the ordinary, something that makes us feel good, something that makes us feel attractive and not worry so much about how hard life can be, because Virgo can be a very, very serious sign, a very realistic sign, and this could be someone that introduces a little bit of magic, okay? Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, it's possible that your partner may turn around after a lot of the the tension has dissipated and say, you know what, let's just go have a good time. Let's just relax. Let's not worry so much, in a positive way. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that, Virgo. It's a long reading. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that your month of July goes very, very well. Thank you so much. Talk to you next month. Bye.